LVYC Life Pivot, another interesting episode. Serial entrepreneur Ramone Walker, aka one of the best in the business. He's helped me find some of the most amazing places all through South Florida, and one of the most creative people I know. And I'm happy to have you here on the platform, man. And I want you to share, where you coming from, your Jamaica upbringing, you pivoting to America, and some life experiences to get you where you're at, man, and how you have the tenacity and the willpower to keep going and keep breaking barriers, But we coming from humble beginnings. Anybody that's been to Jamaica know it's not an easy place. So I think it's important to express that with our followers, man, and empower people in the process. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Yep. Appreciate having you, my brother.
Man. Bless. So basically, yeah, I'm from Jamaica, Migrated to the United States back in 2000. Came here for school, and then, I got caught up in the American way, American dream.
When you say caught up, what you mean caught up? Explain to the followers from your perspective of caught up,
There's so many
distractions.
Yeah, the whole life, everything is easy. It's not as hard as, Jamaica. A lot more opportunities, so basically just based on opportunities, you get pulled all over the place, and then it take you a while to really settle down and, be like, yo.
What would you say made you settle down though? Because it's easier said than done. What like, how did you keep your focus as you pivoted to come into America? Because when I came, it was hard.
For me, you just gotta choose. After a while, you realize that you just gotta choose something and run with it, instead of trying to get pulled here. By the time you look, 10 years just wasted,
Facts.
So eventually in America is way easier because you can be successful. You can be giving away newspaper on the side of the road and be successful. So
facts.
Basically, you just gotta choose a direction and just stick to it.
So would you say like you coming with the focus of school kept you focused, or like what made you not be a statistic?
Well, first, after you start making money, so first I was focused on school, but then after you started making money, then you be like, forget school,
Yeah. And what was your first taste in America when you pivoted to America? What was your first taste of actually getting money?
Real estate. Real estate was the first day.
Gotcha.
I saw that first check. My first check was like 12,000. I was like, yeah, this is it.
Yeah.
When you see that amount of money coming from Jamaica, it was like that is it,
Yeah.
So I just choose that. I ran with it. Good thing I had some friends too. You need a network of people.
For sure, for sure.
Yeah, I had friends in real estate too. And
so people that was into it, and then you kind of mentored them.
Exactly.
Got you. Same.
Yeah, exactly. Because, it's not like a 9 to 5, it's like hustling. You got to make that money. It's not like you're getting a check every week, so if you don't work, you don't make no money. So
1,000.
So a good thing I had like friends around me who motivate, because at one point I wanted to go back and do it a 9 to 5, and they're like, no, stick to it. I know everyone is successful,
And did you ever do a 9 to 5 or away from the real estate thing? Like you ever worked at like a grocery store or anything, or?
No, but I did 9 to 5 for like 2 years.
Yeah, what were you doing?
I worked for Miss Cleo, the psychic.
So how did that work? Like online or physically? Like she had a location? She had a real office?
Yeah, they had like 3 locations. Yeah, so
you hear that, people listening? He worked for Miss Cleo. The lady she had a heavy accent, I remember her.
Yeah, and that's why we were successful. Because of my accent, like it was way easy for us to like make sales, because it was like inbound phone calls and you try to sell minutes.
Wow. See, I learn something new every day, man.
Yes. So for me, it was like way easy because of my accent. Like from people hear the Jamaican accent, they are automatically, they were in.
Yeah, that's so funny, man. Miss Cleo, man. For all the young people knowing, that was before the young people watching, that was before y'all time.
Yeah.
Miss Cleo. Y'all parents, y'all older cousins, y'all older brothers know who Miss Cleo is. Yeah. She was all over the TV at the time.
Yeah.
Advertising.
TV,
I remember seeing her like on BT commercials, stuff like that.
1-900 number.
Yes. That's funny, man. Crazy how the times have changed. And see, stuff like that will humble you too, because that's not something that you probably seen yourself doing forever. So it was just for the time. You're just making good money.
Yeah, but I was there until they shut it down. So I was there till the last day.
Got you.
Yeah, so I guess but it was a good experience working for Miss Cleo, and then after that, I bounced around for a few more months, and then I just got into real estate because that's just something that I always wanted to do. You know,
Yeah,
like
seeing some type of promising
yeah,
thing in it. No, that's what's up.
and it was the only thing that gave me the free time. You know, like, and you feel like you're still hustling, like, you know.
No, 1,000, because there is a lot of work that you got to put in, relationships, networking, all of that. So it's not just, oh, okay, I just list the house and close. There's thousands of realtors here. So for the people listening, sometimes you got to up what you're doing, up your passion and stick to it, because it's not an easy lane to be in. I already know. I know thousands of realtors that some of them aren't thriving, how they want to be. So what would you say you're doing different from everybody else?
Well, for me, I mean, basically, I transitioned. You know, it started as a realtor, and then you transition into the different levels of real estate. You know, you be a
Gotcha.
realtor, you be an investor, you be a contractor, you be a flipper. And the good thing about me is that I started when the market was down, like when the market crashed.
And what year was that?
That's like '06,
Gotcha. I
'07.
remember those times.
Yeah,
I
when the
remember
market
those times.
everything
Yep,
was down,
yep,
so it was
yep.
like even
Oh
harder.
six to like 012 almost. That was like a
Yeah,
4 to 6 year span of
yeah,
craziness.
yeah. So it was like even harder. But for me, no, I mean, it was actually easy because I'm coming from Jamaica, where it's more hustling and
Yeah, our work
bustling.
ethic is unmatched, man. I
Yeah,
tell everybody, yo, I'm Jamaican. We known for 7 jobs.
yeah, exactly.
Well, our resilience is unmatched,
Yeah.
like unmatched. But no, that's a crazy time, man. And a lot of people went out of business. Some people quit. So what made you not quit during that time for say, hey, let me have the willpower to still push through and make some promising income out of this? Like,
Well, naturally, I'm self-motivated. You know, you got bills to pay and so forth. So plus
kept
you
you
got your
driven.
you got your family in Jamaica to help and so forth. So and then as I say, I had friends who were in the same business. You know, all of us were in real estate, and we kind of motivated each other. You know, work together, and we just push through it. You know,
No,
like
that's
we had
powerful, man.
exactly,
And that's what I tell people, man. The one man army stuff is hard. It takes a team. It takes resources through those teams to actually elevate. I don't see nobody just elevating them by themselves. Unless you're a superstar and you're just dependent on yourself, that's like somewhat of an individual sport. But for the most part, it takes a team. All of what I have is because of a team, or surrounding myself with resources and actually being able to capitalize on those resources. I feel like important too. You can have a Rolodex full of stuff that if you don't know how to capitalize, what are you doing? You know?
exactly.
So it's very important. And what would you say was your biggest payday doing real estate? Like, how long did it take you to be like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do? Like, like when you reach a point of like success in your world of like, okay, this is what I want to do.
Well, my first real estate deal, I did it like maybe like 3 months, 3 to 6 months after I started,
Gotcha.
and it was a big payday. Like my first check, as I told you, it was like 12,000
Wow.
one check, and it
And
was
that's
just like
big independently, and
yeah,
especially to the people listening. 12K 10 years ago is like 20 something thousand now.
yeah,
You know,
exactly. That
so
was a
that's what
big
people don't understand. Sometimes you hear these numbers, you hear, oh, okay, 10, 20 years ago, somebody had a million. That million is like 2 million now for the young people watching. And just so you guys know, the value of money has changed drastically. That's technically what the inflation is all about. People don't be
exactly,
realizing that way.
exactly.
I seen some thing the other day online where like Denzel said he had a house that he bought from a producer for 2.5 million. The house is worth 80 million to 100 million.
Yeah,
Rick
exactly.
Ross, the crazy mansion he bought in Atlanta, I think he bought it at 5. People were scared. It was on the market forever. It had 100 bedrooms, and people are like, "Yo, what are you gonna do with that?" Holyfield lost it the um because of the upkeep. But then during the pandemic, he said when things slow down, he had to pivot and start booking out the place. So that's an
Exactly,
innovative pivot right there. That
exactly.
some people would give up, they would sell. The average
Yeah,
person would sell, but because he had the tenacity to hold that property, I think the other day he said it's worth 30 something million.
yeah.
Now he's building his dream home on Palm Island. That's another pivot. But it took for shit not to work for this big period of time for him to like say, I think he was renting it out to horse training companies, people doing weddings, and he did the car show. Then he turned the property into a performance outlet where he's actually performing. So
Yeah.
people don't realize, they think things just come to you. They don't realize when your back's against the wall. From my experience, that's when I'm like Kanye genius level talent,
Yeah, exactly.
when my back's against the wall.
Exactly.
So I give thanks for me having the willpower and not being one of those people to give up quick, because I'd be nowhere.
Yeah, and that's the trick about real estate. A lot of people don't understand that.
The long game.
Yeah, it's a long game. Like the market is down, you see your property value go down, but a lot of people don't understand that. Like you just gotta hold out, because it's gonna go back up.
Yep.
And that's why the market even not really crashed, but one of the reasons why a lot of people lost their properties because they were upside down. They owe way more than they were paying for it. But a lot of people, if they held their property,
They would have been good.
Yeah,
everybody
maybe
quick to
like
go
triple.
pull the equity and this,
Yeah,
that,
they'll be
that.
like, yes, a lot of people because you remember back in '08, properties in Miramar are selling for 80,000.
No, I remember.
I know them same properties going for like 500,000.
Yeah, my mom's a victim of it, and it's just lack of financial literacy, not knowing what to do. So I tell people we got to get out of our boxes, go sit at some different tables.
Yeah, exactly.
Go sit at some different tables. You want to go network at Starbucks with a $3 coffee, or you want to go to a high-end coffee shop with a $10 coffee? The conversation is different.
Conversation is way different.
It's different. That's why I stay amongst the money, or I put myself in these pivotal positions, because I'm like, okay, who knows what can change? It's like the crabs in a barrel bucket. You're only going to get that far. So,
Exactly.
So people, if you're trying to do something inspiring and you don't have it figured out, I'd say the first step, start taking steps of ABC building blocks. And the first major step is putting yourself outside your comfort zone, in somewhere where it's hard to reach.
Yeah.
Like hard to reach people, probably because they're at a different level of value. So that's a conversion, because if you can actually get that person to work with you, game over. Your life changes just through your resources.
Yeah, exactly. And your comfort zone is a killer. I
Yep.
mean, once you start feeling comfortable, there's going to be problems.
I remember years ago, when you would get me some places and you're like, Dames, why are you getting this place here? And I'm telling you, Ramone, I don't have it figured out, but I know I got to get out of my comfort zone. I got to put myself in a different zip code that's thriving.
Exactly.
Remember, I was telling you, you'd ask me, like, why here of all places? And I didn't have it figured out. But what I did have figured out, I said, you know what? There's more financial reach here. I'm going to invest into something that's cheap and then get cheap results, or I'm going to take expensive risk. So that's what I was doing. Exactly. So when I would be like, yo, I'm in this area, that area, help me find a place in this area, that area, that's what my vision was. And to be honest with you, since I started that mentality, it's grown so much that some of these people I still have as contacts now, since the loft days, since when you got me that loft and many other places. But that one place in particular, I didn't have it figured out. I was just pivoting through life.
Exactly.
I was kind of tired of the West Coast, going through some personal things. And I said, what area is thriving? What area fits my projection of the next year or two? And that's where I landed, and it worked perfect. I was eating shit for probably the first month, no furniture in the spot, whatever. But that discomfort, I end up meeting all type of crazy people just in my building. I didn't even have to leave my building. That's how me and Mitch met.
Yeah,
Every night we're out bumping into each other. So we said, all right, guess what, man? If it was no competition. If we can't beat each other, let's join each other.
Yeah, exactly.
And that ended up being one of the biggest pivoting things for me, because here comes a young, grinding person he was promoting, but didn't really have my experience. So I'm like, hey, let's work together. I'm the OG here. I'm the senior. So if you're willing to take my information, this can help both of us catapult it. And it did. Mm-hmm. That's how my daughter was born. We ended up taking over South Beach. That was a cool little run of time, but it took a lot of discomfort. Then when it started working, everybody wanted to get involved online and reaching out. Hey, can I be a part of this movement? But where were you when things weren't working? Exactly. When I'm taking a risk, even my family at one point was like, oh man, why are you spending all this extra money? You could just live low key. Well, there's no opportunity in living low key. Yeah, exactly. There's nothing there.
Yeah.
There's nothing there. So I
Yeah, no.
learned, okay, let me put myself out of, my comfort zone where people are thriving. And that's what I did. And that worked like excellent. From that time to now, I haven't looked back.
Exactly.
So sometimes, like you said, the long game or knowing when to hold is key, man, as you're going through life, because there's no book for certain things that's going to edge everything out for you. You actually have to figure it out yourself day to day. I learned that with my back being against the wall. Every time my back's against the wall, it forces me to go harder and hit the gas.
Yeah, exactly.
So even now, where the real estate market is, it's going up, it's expensive. Guess what? We got to make more money to cater to it.
That's it. You just gotta
That's
make
it.
more money. You gotta keep buying real estate.
Yep.
Can't stop no matter
Yep.
what.
So I think you're on to something, man. And I think people's story, what they're going through, defines them. Because it's not an easy lane. I think a lot of it is our culture. Us just being driven people. I give thanks for that. Because if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have half of the drive that I have. So I
Exactly.
think that's important too, because it's not an easy transition. Like, how long would you say it took you to get where you're at doing the things you're doing? Like, how long did it take you to actually establish your companies and all of this stuff?
Well, it took me like 10 years. 10 years.
Only 10 years. See, people
10
listening. He
years.
said 10 years. Only 10 years. Only a
Yeah.
sweet 10 years.
10 years. I'm
Not
talking
one, not
about
two.
every day, like all day, every
Grinding, grinding,
day. Yeah.
grinding.
No day off. 10 years, no day off. It's just recently I started taking like weekends off. But
Wow,
before
wow.
that, it was no day off.
6,
Like,
7 days a week grinding.
yeah,
Crazy.
every day, no sleep.
And
I mean,
where are you at with things now as far as growing your businesses, stuff like that? Like, how do you feel about AI? Are you using AI? Are you a fan of it? Are you one of the people running away from it? What's your take on that?
I think AI is one of the most amazing thing, most genius thing is out right now. I mean, a lot of people don't really. It's more like on the business side, but once you get it to the personal side, where people really start understanding how to use it, how to use it to do research. I mean, I think it's good, and I think it's like very dangerous because I mean, a
It's
lot
almost
of
like too much information if it's
yeah,
misused the wrong way.
yeah,
No, you're right.
and
'Cause these young scammers, man, oh my God, they're at another level.
yeah, and things you learn in college. I mean, especially with maths, and so forth, high level maths. AI can figure it out in a few
2 seconds.
seconds. Explain it to you
Yeah, I
like
do feel like that's a little cheat code.
yes, it's
That's a
dangerous.
little cheat code. You're right.
Yeah, but it's genius, yo. Like, trust me, AI is like everybody should be on AI right now. I mean, and it. I mean, now they're going into quantum computing, which they're saying that just like a calculator have limits, and then you have AI now. AI has limits too. So now they're getting with quantum computing, which
Next level.
is a next level. So I
Yeah.
mean, I think AI is pretty great. I use it a lot for my business with the real estate
Same,
stuff.
same. I think it takes away the thinking, because even the way it interprets everything, the 30 minutes or an hour that you would have to spend reading and interpreting information, you could just run it through AI now.
And let it figure it out for you.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And
it's
and I
serious.
learned it interprets stuff better for the algorithm too online, because it's like, yeah, you could go write some text information on a personalized level, but AI is not going to interpret it. So why
No,
not use AI for it to interpret it better and make
exactly,
you excel at whatever you're doing? I feel like any
exactly,
any profession right now, it's reading it 10x,
exactly,
10x,
exactly.
10x. So it's
And
very powerful.
yeah, and once people start, everyday people start using it. I mean, it's gonna be another level.
Yeah. And what do you do now for marketing? Like, how are you reaching people? Like, how have you been able to grow your company? Is like, what the next 5, 10 years look like for you as far as like work and everything? Like, how has that been? 'Cause a lot of people are crying about the economy. What's your take on it?
I mean, you just gotta adjust. The economy is the economy. You gotta figure out what's working for you. And as far as me, I keep up with everything. I try to keep up with the technology. The marketing, email marketing, website marketing.
Gotcha. And you do it all independently? Do you use fiber? Do you use these people overseas? Like, how's
I,
that all work?
I mean, I use the main companies, the major companies like Facebook,
Got you.
Instagram,
So just
TikTok.
grassroots marketing.
Yeah, and,
Got
and,
you.
and also I still do like the groundwork, the footwork, like the door hangers and so forth. But now I'm implementing technology, so I just got my first scooter. So that's gonna help me a lot with the
Got
door
you. Got
hangers
you. Got you. Got you.
instead of walking around.
Yeah, that's facts.
You
That's
tired in an
facts.
hour. Now I
That's
can do two,
facts.
3 hours door
And have
hanger.
you seen a conversion doing that stuff over time, like with just random people, or would you say, does that marketing still work?
Yeah, the marketing still work. I mean, people still call you. You ask them how they hear about you is might be something that you did like a few months ago, and then
Wow, but they'll check back months down the road.
yeah, and that one person will pay off for all of that work, because
Wow.
remember, you get a customer, it
See,
lasts for
that's
a long time.
inspiring. So you already just said, listeners, he said it took him 3 months to get a conversion, but when you do get the satisfaction, you know that it's a promising feeling when it actually works. So sometimes it don't just work in a day. You're not just gonna close these people in a day, 2 days. It might take 3, 4 weeks for you to actually see some results, or a couple months even to see some results, but it's very rewarding. I can only imagine that feeling of, you know, especially if you didn't pay a company and you're actually doing the work and then
Yeah,
they're calling
exactly.
back. There's
And,
nothing like that feeling.
and all you need is just one good client. I have clients that I met like 10 years ago, 12 years ago, when I first started working in real estate. I'm still working with them today. They bought properties from me. They bought 5, 6 properties from me 10 years
Wow,
ago.
wow.
And now they're ready to unload. So there you get 5, 6 listings,
That's
one
a
time.
double check
Exactly.
on the close, on the front end,
Yeah.
closing them the property, and then
Yeah.
on the back end when they're selling it. Wow.
Yeah, and it's good business. You deal with people good,
See,
and they'll
you hear
stick to
that,
you.
followers? That's good business. You guys want two checks because the younger people right now, the Alpha Gen, the Gen Zs is finessing. They just thinking about Friday or oh, let me try to finesse this person. So you want one check on the front end, or you want to build a relationship that you can get the front end check with them buying the house from you and selling the house, and a potential third check if your integrity and your character is good and they want to introduce you to somebody. That's where you really win.
Exactly.
The
And
referral program.
yeah, and also with your clients, you got to diversify your clients. You need
1,000.
investors. You need regular end users who's gonna buy and live in it. You need people who's wholesaler. You need a whole network, for
1,000%.
people to succeed in real estate. It's not just you're working with buyers. You got to work. I mean, some people specialize in just sellers, but for me, I work with everybody because you turn buyers into sellers, etc., etc.
Wow.
Sellers into buyers.
That's crazy. Yeah, 'cause I mean, once they implement the information, I'm sure if they have the resources to bring it to life,
hmm
they can for themselves, or they can implement it for themselves if they have the resources.
Exactly.
So that's
Exactly.
key, especially for the young people. I mean, I feel like with the internet now, it's way easier because years ago it was just the guerrilla marketing, going out physically marketing, having the money to market. But now, you can hire AI or hire some like internet marketing that takes away a lot of the physical work. It's just
Yeah.
more thinking now.
And I think the internet marketing is like the ultimate because I've met clients online where I sold them a house for $1 million and I never met them. Everything
Wow,
just through the internet.
just digitally.
Yeah.
Wow,
Especially with international buyers.
I can imagine. And you said you do most of the marketing yourself. So would you say AI is taking over? Like, would you like, some people are scared, but by the sounds of it, it's been working for you. So I think people listening, y'all need to be more open minded and learn to hustle AI. Don't let it hustle you.